And that's it. Let's conclude promises. A promise in JavaScript represents an eventual completion of an asynchronous operation. So if it fails or passes, we have a way to do some functions. Promises have three states: pending, fulfilled, and rejected. When the promise is in the process of executing, the state is pending, that is the first state. When the promise is successfully completed, the state becomes fulfilled. If there is some error, any issue while execution of the promise, then it is rejected. We saw how to create a promise. We always use constructor of the promise to create it. We have two arguments for this: resolve and reject. So when we use resolve, it means promise is successfully executed. If it is not executed successfully, we use reject. For handling promises, we have three methods: then, catch, and finally. Then gets executed when promise is resolved successfully. Catch gets executed when promise is rejected. And finally gets executed every time when a promise execution is complete. So as soon as state changes from pending to any of these states, finally will always get executed, no matter if the promise is successful or failed. Okay, we have a quick example of promises. We also saw a very important concept of promise chaining, and that is where promises shine as compared to callback, because when we have multiple asynchronous operations, we want to do sequentially because they are dependent on each other. In such cases, we saw callbacks kind of tend to go into a pyramid of doom or callback hell concept that we already saw, and promises simplify this process. And there is also a better way of doing it by using async await, which we'll see in the next session. But for now, you can go through this article. I'll share the link of this article with this particular session, so look for the text file. If you have any questions, let me know.